Yo, we're back to yapping out in the countryside here for the second channel. Just a bit of a yap. I've got my selfie stick now so I can not have my shoulder die on me. I've also got the school cap on that arrived yesterday. Pretty nice hat, because obviously I sell on my course on school and everything, so I just thought I'd buy them merch, you know, to fit the part. But no, yeah, back to yapping on the second channel. It was literally like, what's the time now, 2 p.m? Like, if it was 8 p.m. yesterday, then that's like that was like 16 hours ago. It's only been 16 hours and I'm already back to it. Yeah, I'm not planning on making this yapping a daily thing. It's just because I was out here and then I was kind of, I brought the GoPro and stuff. I bring it anyway whenever I go, in case I want to do something like this. But I just brought it with me anyway. And then yeah, I just decided I wanted to record. But I was just thinking some more, and I've always, like, this is what I want to talk about. It might be in the title, I don't know. But just like the life I want to live and the dream and the vision I had. I think I mentioned that in the first episode yesterday. I'm calling these episodes so it sounds nicer. Yeah, I think I mentioned it yesterday, like the vision, the life I want to live. And I've got like this vision board for it, and I've always, I don't know why I call it this in French, but le rêve, the dream, that's what it translates to. I've always kind of, not always, but like in the past like 6 months or so, had this vision for what life will be like this summer, le rêve, as I call it. I just call things in fucking French because I can, you know. I don't know why I do it. Sometimes my brain, like, it speaks to it. Like, so I don't know how to say this without sounding like edgy, you know. And I'm not trying to be. This is just like how I think. But I mean, sometimes it's when I'm journaling or thinking or whatever, or even just like journaling to myself. I probably won't have the confidence to do it on here because I pronounce everything wrong. But I just do it in like 10% French or 20% French. It's like I'll just write a word in French because it's faster. It's like even like at school and shit, in my like notes and stuff, I still do it there. And it's like the teacher will like read it and shit, and it's like, this has happened like twice. They've been like, what the fuck? Because the main one I do is like when instead of writing and, like if I'm like physically writing, I'll just write a like et, because you can do it in like almost like one pen stroke, like. But when writing and, it's just literally like twice as long, and obviously you use the word and a lot, and so I just write it in French. Or you could write it in the Russian, which is just like E, like it's a backwards N. You could do that. I've got a fear of people seeing me record you now, and I'm walking on a road here. Or in a second, I've got to go past this church. I didn't see anyone the first time going through, but who knows? It's a Wednesday afternoon, so. But yeah, anyway. I was just see, this is pure yapping, but I was, yeah, oh, don't know if you can hear that or not. 3 p.m. it is. Church bells. Pretty accurate. I think it's like 1 minute behind, but anyway. I need to walk slower so that I don't get out of breath. Yeah, so I had this like vision for what my dream is gonna be like this summer and shit. And I mean, you know what, I'll explain it here just to get it fresh in my mind, because the next thing I want to get onto is imagining how my business looks inside of that dream life that I want to live. Yeah, that plane looks sick, you know, flying through the clouds. I don't know if you can see it that well. Yeah, look at this scenery, bro. It's beautiful out here, it really is. But yeah, anyway, like the vision and everything I had, let me just check there's like no one out here, because I don't want to be seen recording. It's a bit embarrassing, but you know, I also have to get my confidence up, and it's only really going to be old people out here, or hopefully. I mean, there's cars around, like parked cars. Yeah, there's no one here just yet, so we'll see how it goes, and if someone does see me, I've got to commit and not put it down, because then that makes it even more awkward. I don't like, I can do, I mean, there's a bird up there, wow. I can do all this like hard shit, you know, waking up at 3:30 a.m. and going in a freezing ice bath. But I can't hold a camera in front of someone. Just like, you know, certain things you just cannot do, you can't be disciplined in. But anyway, this dream I have, le rêve, probably pronouncing that, butchering it, but who cares? Yeah, so what is it? I've just gotta be open, honest here. Le rêve. So I want to this like summer essentially quit school. I mean, I finished school like end of year 11 this year anyway, but then like in September and stuff, you got it's just bullshit. You got to go back to school, you know, for 2 years, or do some sort of like job or whatever. Or you can tell the government you're going to be homeschooled and do business, which plenty of people I know have done. Which I've just essentially got to convince my dad that it's completely legal. But anyway, this summer, yeah, so it'd be school completely finished, making a decent income online. We'll get onto like how I'm doing at the actual business itself. It's still going to be being like making YouTube videos and stuff and selling a product, but I'm thinking about what's actually inside the business, like the funnel and everything. I'll think about that in a second. But yeah, making a decent amount of money online, couple K a month at least. Yeah, got all the materialistic shit like the getting a nice camera, getting a nice laptop, getting a nice phone, all of that stuff. I mean, I've already got good equipment right now, but you know, I'm talking about just getting the high-end spec, high-end, top-end stuff. I'll get out of breath walking fast. But yeah, anyway, and then it'd be like going to Portugal and meeting Vincent down there and everything. Because I got friends. That was hard. As I said, just committing. And yeah, so I know like loads of people online and stuff. Meeting up with them because they're all going to like Portugal and shit. Going down to Portugal, meeting up with them. Going to like Lofoten in Norway, France, Marseille. You know, like going just traveling and experience and shit. I know a lot of people like shit on traveling. I think it's like white girl, Instagram white girl stuff, but I do want to like see the world because I haven't really traveled before. I've been to Japan like once. 10 days, and I'm not saying like only Japan, like that's a fucking massive thing. It's a free trip that like the UK government paid for or whatever, but I think it was actually privately funded, I don't know, but yeah, that was this whole thing. But anyway, I'm getting out of breath, I've got to walk slower. But anyway, yeah, so I haven't really been out the UK, traveled that much, and I watch like so much travel content, it's insane. Like you can look at my YouTube watch history and it's going to be like, I don't know, 25% geography, 50% travel stuff, and 25%, I don't know, random like nerd information like shit, I don't know. But yeah, there's this YouTuber called Mike OK, you might know him. He's blown up recently a bit, but I've kind of been watching him for a while. Not like before he blew up for the first time, but like, I mean, he's blown up massive, like tens of millions of views now. I was watching him when he was still getting like less than 100k views, like when he was in Vietnam and shit, and that. I've always loved his videos, but he does like the pure like raw shit, like he shows you what it's actually like inside these like random fucking countries and areas. I've really loved his recent videos out of like Nagaland in India. So it's almost just like Asian India, and it's so weird. But it's like a mix of Vietnam and India. It's strange, but anyway, getting out of breath. I've got to walk slower. I always tell myself to walk slower. But yeah, I want to travel a decent bit, and obviously I'm not like legally too young to travel, but I doubt my parents would let me, so it'd have to be with my dad and everything. But then yeah, having this business, like meeting up with people, traveling, all that shit, like living the dream, and especially like making also like nice films and like inspirational like cinematics and shit like that. Like that's something I want to do too. Like especially with it being inspirational for like other guys my age. I've got this like whole like theoretical VSL like written out. I'm not gonna go over that here, because that's also like a little bit private, that I want to keep safe for the future, if that makes sense. But yeah, this whole like theoretical VSL that would require me to obviously be traveling to, and it'd be very like an inspirational film style, you know, because like I said in like the one I made yesterday, like if you haven't watched episode 1, I love calling them episodes, these videos. yap number 1. Shit, so like going forward for the future, like getting into politics and changing the world shit, you know, actually becoming like a world leader, which is on my agenda. On my agenda. Like to do that, I think I'd need to build up some sort of like bigger influence rather than just like the targeted niche shit I have now, because obviously you need to get more votes, and to get more votes you need more people to know you. And so if I could just like live a good life, you know, inspirational shit, and I'm talking about like blowing up, getting millions of views here, this is for the future. Now I don't really care about getting like lots of views. Right now I'm just focused on making money, you know. But in the future, when I live this life, I can show that inspiration off. And I'm still actually working on projects right now to like start on this, because I already know, like, if you want to do something, you got to start now, essentially. So I mean, I've already recorded like a big day in the life thing on my 16th birthday, which I like to say I'm in the process of editing. All I've done is compiled all the footage and everything into one Premiere Pro project. I haven't actually, I know I've also started on planning it as well with the music, but I haven't actually made any decent progress on it yet. I've spent like 2 hours on it, but anyway, yeah, that's my start on this like inspirational stuff, and that's on another channel, ulterior to this one and my main one, and ulterior to my French one. That's actually under my real name, Sam Wolford, and not literally no one knows this, man. But Millicent isn't actually my real surname, and you know what? I'll yap about this for a bit. When I started doing YouTube, like back in almost 2 years ago, fuck, it'll be 2 years ago in like 2 months. So what, 22 months ago when I started doing YouTube, crazy, like self-improvement YouTube, not like YouTube in general. I've been doing YouTube in general since I was like 7, but like, I'm talking like seriously actually, not like making random shit. Like I was like fully focused on making Fortnite montages and shit when I was 7, but I've always been kind of invested in YouTube my whole life. But yeah, like this was like 22 months ago now, which is crazy. Started like self-improvement YouTube, gave myself fake surname, like Sam is my real like first name, but like so I gave myself a surname Springwood, which is like these woods you can actually see from here over there, right off in the distance. Fuck off, like, get off the camera. Oh shit, I just killed you, oops. And yeah, basically I gave myself a fake surname so that people from my school wouldn't find me and everything. They couldn't search me up even. They found me anyway. But yeah, basically what happened is I was like basically like talking like a wannabe like Andrew Tate almost. I wasn't like saying the bad shit he says, like the extreme shit he says, I mean, but I was just talking with the attitude, you know. And I was 14, yeah, I was 14 at the time, barely 14, talking about self-improvement and stuff. I've been on self-improvement like 6 months. People still followed me, like people actually still like gave people good advice and everything. I actually still like genuinely changed lives, getting other guys into self-improvement. But I clipped them up into like the short like TikTok style from my main long videos, put them on TikTok, didn't check it for a week. I don't know, like 3 million views total I think it was. And from that I only had like a couple thousand followers, or no, it's like 1,000 followers even in like a week. And then people from my school started on their For You page and stuff, and then I like panicked and deleted it all. Which, you know, I don't know if I wish I did or not, but I'm kind of unrecognisable from then, and no one would remember me anyway. But because 3 million views is surprisingly a lot. For how many people will like recognise you in real life, it's crazy. But anyway, what point am I getting to? Yeah, so then I created a new channel and everything. Like my parents found out about it and everything, because like kids at school were telling my sister and stuff. So my sister like told my parents, and parents found out. My dad wasn't against it, but I don't think he was too happy with it. He just wanted me to like change the attitude I had towards it almost, and stop being like wannabe Andrew Tate in a way. And I didn't even watch Andrew Tate at that time. I didn't even like I knew he existed, but it wasn't in my mind. It was just Hamza I was copying basically. Anyway, what am I getting on to? Yeah, and so I created a new channel with the surname Millicent. Another woodland over there, Millicent's Wood. Naming it after woodlands out in the countryside. Those two woods, like Springwood and Millicent's Wood, they're right next to each other. You can probably search up Millicent's Wood on Google Maps, but I doubt you can search up Springwood because it's like a really rare wood. Oh shit, there's people over there. Alright, we're gonna carry on. We're gonna carry on talking to the camera. We're gonna fucking do this, we're gonna carry on talking to the camera, you know. They've already seen me, but anyway, like the point I'm getting to is, yeah, so I created this this new channel and everything. And then my friend, he like made a new Instagram account and stuff, because we were all in this like online network together. So he created like a new Instagram account with his like fake name for that. I can't remember if it was, no, he didn't even create it under a fake name, but then he accidentally like linked it to his Facebook account, because he was like following me on that Instagram account. People from like, because you know how Meta like fucking connects everything. People like found it like from Facebook, like found my Instagram from Facebook and stuff, and then from that they found my YouTube. And then I can't even, it was, in fact, it was, yeah, during the summer holidays where that happened. And I honestly didn't really care. I just committed to it at that point, like I'm committing now. And yeah, so then people found it again then, but I didn't really even care at that point, because I was just committed to the journey at that point and everything, and making the videos and stuff. And yeah, fucking hell, the discipline that shit requires to keep the camera up, it's actually fucking crazy. But yeah, hopefully there's no more people. But yeah, essentially I just committed to it at that point, and fuck it, like people see me as this way anyway, I'm not gonna back down now. During the summer holidays, which made it easier, I hadn't even gone back to school, like I hadn't actually seen anyone in person since that point when they found it. But yeah, right, we're actually gonna go, there's a woodland we can go through, so hopefully we don't see any more people. There's someone off to my right, but hopefully I'm not going to come into contact with them. I'll not go past them at least. Fuck it now, yeah, they're far away. Anyway, fucking discipline this requires, you know. I have to keep on recording in public, but you know, it actually gets easier every single time, which is a nice thing. We'll go in the woods so it's less windy, but yeah, anyway, I created this like new channel under the name Sam Millison and everything, just so that people didn't find it again, but then they found it anyway, you know. And then like the story carries on from there. Carried on doing YouTube, got into business and everything, made money, discovered a load of purpose and philosophy shit, but that's besides the point. The point I was going to get to is like, I'm doing this under a fake name right now, and it's not, I mean, I told you it's a fake name, so is it really a fake name or is it an alias? I don't know. But this new channel where I'm going to make these like inspirational videos and films and stuff, showing off my lifestyle and all this stuff, that's under my real name, under Sam Walford, my real name, my like name my parents have and everything, name I was born with, not a name I came up with. And so yeah, I'm doing that under that name, so that hopefully if I do build up an influence and I do blow up and showing off my lifestyle and everything and do become an influential figure, then it's actually under my real name, which I'd want, because I don't want to, because it feels almost like disrespectful to my family to do it under a different name, if you get what I mean. So I want to carry on like the Walford legacy, if there even is one. There's not really like a family legacy, like no one in my family's been famous before or anything. No one's done anything like abnormally great, which I'll change, but yeah, there's that. It's actually like that shoulder's got tired now, so I've changed it now, and that's been like what, how long, 20 minutes per shoulder holding it like this, which is pretty epic. And I'm no longer also recording in 4K because YouTube doesn't, although GoPro doesn't let me upload it directly to 4K, directly with 4K from the GoPro cloud, so I'm just doing it in 1080p now. No one watches in 4K anyway, really. But anyway, yeah, so at some point I do want to like have some sort of change, you know, where I do switch my name from Millicent to Walford, and I make that change, make that switch. I just don't know when, honestly. I think I'm going to do it slowly. Like, I'll build up more of a following on that other channel first, so that some people know me as Sam Walford, and then eventually I'll make a switch on like this channel, and then I don't know, for Instagram I can change the name. For school, like the website Sam of course on, you can't actually change your name. I think you, in fact no, you can actually. I actually have one more change I can do. You get one change per account, and I've still got that change, so I'll do that eventually. Let everyone know I'm going to start using my real name. But I think I just need to make everyone aware, like, because I don't want to just make the change like that, you know. I want to make it slowly. So yeah, just over time making people aware that, oh, I'm getting in the way of a photo, making people aware that like this isn't my real name and everything, that I'm doing it under an alias, and just making that change over time. But I want to find this bench. I can't remember where I was at a bench here before, and there's someone in front of me. I was at a bench somewhere around here before. I think I might have actually gone down the wrong path, I'm not sure. I'm not even changing past because there's a guy there. I'm actually changing past because I want to go find this bench. He's already seen me anyway. The pain of being seen recording is already there, but I'm not actually sure where I went. But yeah, anyway, we get back to the yap. So yeah, le rêve, the dream, mon rêve. It feels like it should be a feminine, like rêve, dream. I don't know, but it's a masculine. Anyway, I'm talking about like the gender of the word in French. What the fuck is this bench? No, surely it was down here. No, but I think I wasn't on this path though, was I? Was I? No, I wasn't. Fucking hell, man, I'm so bad at that. Like, these woodlands, I've been in them so much, but it's like I still keep discovering new random paths and shit and getting lost in them. I don't know how. Right. So that's the exit there. So did I come from here? I think I came from down here. Anyway. Yeah, so I meant to change it over time, just getting people aware. I mean, I'm mentioning it in this video now, so hopefully some people know, and I'll probably like tell people in my course on school and everything about it. But did I come through here? I might have, you know. I can't like recognise it backwards. I've got to keep turning around to check if it's the right way or not. But no, I didn't come from here though, did I? No, I didn't. I came from over there. Fucking hell, man. I'm absolutely lost. I want to find this bench and just sit down at it. I'm pretty sure there's a new bench as well, but anyway. Yeah. It's gonna look like I've just done that to avoid passing that guy as well while recording. Right, what am I getting to? Where's the yap going now? Where is this yap going? So yeah, changing my name, but le rêve, what am I doing? Yeah, so just traveling. Furthermore, like I know there's a big, like in our space, okay, there's a big split, and this one thing splits people, and it's like polygamy or monogamy, like multiple women or one woman. And for me it's monogamy. I can't fucking say monogamy. Like, I'm not interested really, or I mean I don't know, I guess it's kind of changed for me over time. But right now, for most of it anyway, and this has always felt what's like deeply right for me, it's just like having the one good girl, the one good wife, you know. A lot of people talk about having multiple wives, and like Islam says that and stuff. I'm not a Muslim, like, I don't know, I can't really give a strong argument for it. I just don't feel like it's me, you know. And people say like that's not alpha, or that's not like natural caveman, but I don't know. I've just got this deep feeling that I don't want. Okay, maybe when I get like one good girlfriend, maybe I'll have the desire for another, and I'm sure that'll happen because it happens to most men. But I don't know. For me right now, it doesn't. I just don't have that like I don't know, like alpha fox desire, if you get what I mean. I really hope my parents aren't watching this. My dad watches a lot of my videos and stuff. But anyway, we move on. Was it down there? I did follow some tiny midget trails, you know. Let's go down there. But yeah, so like finding that one good girl, and I've got like, you know how we have our like dream avatars for our YouTube videos, if you know what, like ICP and stuff, like ideal client. I've got like one of them in my head for like the type of girl I'd want. Yeah, it wasn't this way, I didn't pass a fallen tree, but we're gonna go this way anyway and have a look. Or we can sit in the tree, you know. Should we sit in the tree? Let's sit in the tree. In fact, no, I want to carry on exploring. Yeah, so like traveling, good girl, and obviously this is like idealist scenarios here, but I think I can pull it off, you know. If I make it enough, then it does happen. I find it like good girl. I don't know how I'd find her, honestly. Yeah, I'm seriously lost. Oh, it's there, shit. So yes, I know where we are now. Yes, okay, we can find the bench, it's chill. Hopefully that guy hasn't taken it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the dream. Traveling around Europe a bit, making decent money, inspiring guys, really like having that mission, you know, for helping people. Yes, the bench. Le bench. les chaises gros. I don't know if it's French. It says fat chair, but pronounced it horribly. Ugh. I was here like an hour ago. Anyway, if I had a tripod, it'd be nice, but I don't. Yeah, man. So anyway, I'm just like being wary. If someone comes past, it'll be a bit awkward. But anyway, so yeah, the dream, le rêve. It feels weird just sitting down and talking, you know. But yeah, that's what I want to live. You know, I've got a good vision in my head. I can't. It's so hard to put into words, but I've got a good vision of it in my head. You know, this dream that I'm gonna live this summer, making a couple K a month, just living that fucking like that perfect life I want. You know. So we come to the question that I mentioned earlier, like how does my business fit into that, and what will I be doing in the business? So in le rêve, the dream life, what am I doing there? In terms of business, do I have a free community? Do I have sales calls? Like what the fuck? See, this is where like actually thinking helps more, but I know I've got to speak out loud. Like, sorry, speaking out loud helps more, but I feel like I don't know, there's something stopping me from speaking out loud. So will I want to be doing sales calls? I wouldn't really want to be doing sales calls, and like, I wouldn't want to be doing a lot of sales calls. If it was sales calls for like something big, you know, like big one-time mentorship, like long-term, like some big mentorship package where I get paid a lot, I'll be happy to do a sales call because it kind of be like the final boss battle to get in the sale, you know. I want to be doing that, you know. I wouldn't want to be doing like loads of sales calls for like low ticket, couple $100 stuff. I'll be doing sales calls for like high ticket stuff, you know. I'd be happy to do that. Free community. See, here's when like, yeah, other thoughts come in, like with the Sam Wolford channel, like the inspirational channel, you know, with the films and stuff. I would want to do a free community there because my focus would be on it'd still be a high quality free community. It wouldn't be like one of all the rest of the shit school communities where you get 5 fucking, I don't know, Amanda Sunshines messaging you, you know, with the stock photo images, trying to sell you drop shipping. It wouldn't be like one of those communities like with 100,000 members or whatever, and then like 50,000 of them are just bots. It would be like high quality, like lower numbers, like not accepting everyone, higher quality, you know, actually like there being some value in the community. I think I could have a free community like that in the future, like funneling from this Sam Wolford channel. But yeah, I mean, the reason why I'm doing this like Sam Wolford channel is so that I can build up influence and I can become more well known and have a level of fame. And I know a lot of people shit on fame. Some people don't, but I think a lot of people do shit on fame, especially in our space. And I kind of have a lot too, and especially if you're doing this business model, I don't recommend like going down trying to get fame, like just trying to be famous, trying to blow up on YouTube, because a lot of the time you do that, you don't actually make good money from it, compared to if you just target an audience, sell a product to them as I teach. That's the best way to make money and the best way to have an impact too. But if I'm talking like getting bigger, you know, like having an influence, being an influencer in a way, but not like the classical influencer. I'm talking like, oh shit, this kid's fucking inspiring, you know. Imagine seeing a 16-year-old like traveling around, living his dream life, making 6 films of it. And I'm not talking, like, you know, you find like one every now and then, but they've got like, I don't know, maybe this is just me, I'll find some random guy who's like 18 traveling, making like some films, but he uploads like once every like 6 months or something like that. I don't know, it's just like, I see a couple of guys like that, like making good films, but it's been ages making them. I mean, I don't even know if I'd edit my own, you know, edit my own inspirational films and stuff. I think I probably have like a producer influence in on them, but like the actual editing, like raw bulk work, I don't think I'd do myself. I think I'd probably outsource that. But yeah, like showing off my inspirational life and everything, and inspiring other guys to come down this path and everything, to actually like be something of themselves. That's what I'd want to teach. And obviously, I mean, I say this and I kind of get like, you know, the classical like Dubai dropshipper kind of guys showing off his flashy cars and saying, come buy my dropshipping course. I feel like I see that, and I see like, you know how you have like poor people parts of your brain which like contradict what's best for you. I feel like that poor person part of my brain like kind of contradicts this vision of myself, like doing these inspirational stuff, because it kind of says like, oh yeah, he's only doing this to sell and everything. There's someone right there. I don't think they're on this path though. If they are, it's gonna be a bit awkward. But yeah, we've got to fucking commit. Yeah, but yeah, it kind of like, and especially it gives me like, I don't want to say this word when there's someone right there, but I don't just think she can hear me. Fucking hell, man, I'm getting into fucking awkward mode. Just chill, okay? Fucking alpha energy. Yeah, it kind of like gives me like visions of like, you know how all the Andrew Tate edits and everything. I've mentioned Andrew Tate so fucking much. I promise you, I do not follow him. I agree with a lot of what he says, but yeah, again, he does say some pretty extreme shit though. I know some guys I know do agree with. I don't personally agree with that stuff. Oh, she's got a camera. She's photographing. Anyway. Yeah, no, she's not my age, I don't think. If she was, that'd be a bit cringe. Fumbling, you know, just like that. Anyway. I think she's taking a photo of a dog. But anyway, yeah. It kind of gives me visions of like, you know, dropshipper like renting out a private plane and renting out a Lamborghini to think they're rich and everything. Ah, shit, this is cringe. I don't want them to see me, you know. Let's put the camera low down. Let's put the camera low down. Pretend I'm on my phone, you know. Where's my phone? Let's pretend I'm on a video call. What the fuck am I doing, man? Yeah. Anyway, I can't even see me. What am I doing? Ah, shit. Fucking awkward, you know. Anyway, that fucking like 50 years old. What am I doing? I've lost my train of thought now because of that. Anyway, yeah. I kind of get those visions of like dropship of renting out a Lamborghini to think they're rich. Obviously, like I really hate like trying to be fake and stuff. I've never actually done it. So I've thought about doing it, you know, as everyone has, but I've always been pushed away from it like so heavily because it just feels so fake, you know, fake and shit. Yeah. But yeah, I really do think I could be some sort of inspirational leader, you know, inspiring other young guys like me. And what I was gonna say is it'd be contradicting to like Andrew Tate's style, because he's like showing off all the women and the yachts and everything, and that's like level 100 materialism, and I don't feel like I'm on that level in terms of materialism and like polygamy, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, polygamy, however the fuck you say it. I'm definitely not on that level. I'm more of like a spiritual, philosophical, like that's what I kind of resonate with more, and I always have. But I think I could be like that version of him, but just like the more almost like spiritual version, if that makes sense. More extreme on the spiritual side, rather than the side he is on. But yeah, I mean, I've got a vision for that, and that's the thing I do want to go into. And so, anyway, we come back to it. In my business, like, what will I be doing? I'd be happy to do sales calls as like a final boss battle for a high ticket thing. Free community, like for my current business, it's a no, but I think when I start making these, because I don't see these films picking up until like, I don't know, end of summer maybe, like actually doing good, and who knows how good they do. I might hire someone to edit them, which I probably will end up doing because they take fucking ages to edit. I know a few guys who could edit it, who I'll be happy with to edit. Anyway, I'm kind of losing my yap now. I'm kind of losing my point. What was I gonna say? See, this is where normally I'd like pause the normal video and think, but now on this yap I can't really think of it. I can't pause the video because if I like end the GoPro thing, and I can't pause it either. If I like end it, then I have to fucking download the files and shit to upload. But what was I gonna yap about next? Yeah, so that's just kind of how I see it, the dream of business and everything. But you know what? When I like sometimes like when I'm at school and shit and I'm on my phone, and it's like I'm journaling and everything, I kind of go and I just like, and I don't know, you know, when you're journaling, or this happens to me at least, you're journaling, you don't know what to journal about, you just know you want to journal. That's kind of where I'm at right now, you know. I'm just waffling and absolutely yapping, which is why you're here. But yeah, what I always do, I do a POA, as I call it, a plan of action, POA. Like, assess my current situation. What do I want? How do I get it, essentially? This basic like mental framework I have, and I think it's pretty valuable for you. You can do this too. You just think, okay, where am I right now? What do I want? What's stopping me from getting there? How do I do that? How do I solve this? You basically just walk through, like, you give yourself a plan of action for what you actually need to do to solve your problems and everything. I'm so bad at looking at this camera, man. I don't know, like, I guess I'm looking out for people. Didn't even check behind me, you know. I don't really fucking care. Well, I do care, but I'm trying not to care. Right. Yeah, so where I'm at right now, like, what's like it's usually only like one or two things that is really like fucking up your situation. It really is only like one or two things that's completely ruining your life. Not ruining your life, but holding you back. What is it for me? What are the two things that are really holding me back? Well, what's the main number one thing that I feel is holding me back? I feel it's simply just my own work rate, you know. I mean, I work better than most people, but still I can work more, I can get so much more done. And actually, this brings us to another point I can yap about for a while, you know. This morning, I mean, I said yesterday about I want to try doing more of the self-improvement morning routine and then going on to work. But I tried that this morning, and it was actually really fucking good, you know. I woke up after like 9 hours sleep, which is pretty good. Well, very good actually. And I got up and just did like everything in a more spiritual way almost. Like, instead of getting up and rushing to get my coffee and to get working ASAP, I just did it in a more chill way, like enjoyed the moment and everything. Enjoyed like the whatever the word is for, enjoy the dawn and everything. Which is like before the sun comes up, but it's just starting to get a little bit light. And I think it's just barely starting to get light as I wake up at this point of the year now, at 5 AM. I got up at 5 AM. And then, yeah, I just got my coffee, meditated downstairs for like 15 minutes, you know, with the pet rabbits we have. And then I just got to planning a video, and I really fucking love planning a video, you know. At like 6 AM, I put in my journal on Notion, like I fucking love, I'm like loving the moment right now. That's literally what I wrote. I wrote like this self-improvement morning routine that actually does work, because I was just like so happy, you know. I'd meditated a bit, I did some gratitude, I had my coffee out, I've done it in a more chill way, you know. I've got like almost ready for work. And before it's like I was working straight away, and that was good for a bit. But it's like, I still feel, I felt I was like mentally tired, and like, I don't know, like doing this morning routine and shit, it sounds so like gay, but it actually worked for me, you know. And it made me feel good, and that made my work better. It made my work more efficient. I worked for less time, but the work time I worked for was way more efficient. I got a better script done, and like it usually takes me like 2.5 hours, 2 hours to script a video. I did one today in less than an hour, and it was like the best I've ever done, I think. And then after that, I just, yeah, got from my desk, I set up my like recording thing. The camera battery wasn't fully charged, so I put that onto charge for a bit while I went and had my ice bath. I set up like my whole room and everything for recording though. I got the whiteboard in the background and moved around the books and got the little light in my background and everything. And then my hand, fucking hell, I'm losing blood flow to my hand. I don't know how the fuck I've done that. And then, yeah, I had my ice bath and everything. That was honestly fucking hard. And I heard people saying, like, when I was starting ice baths, I heard people saying, like, you're supposed to put your face under at the start of the ice bath. Because it's not crazy. I've been recording for 40 minutes, so it's only gone down 35%. Wow. I can record for ages, you know. I can yap for ages. Because I can only do it on one battery, because if I change the battery, I'll end recording, obviously, and then I can't upload it automatically. But, because I'm in 1080p, it's taking less battery. Anyway, we digress. Fucking hell, I love GoPro, man. I just love GoPro. Anyway, we continue on. Yeah, so, yeah, I heard people saying, like, you should put your face under when you start, just to, like, activate that cold reflex. I did that. It was so much better. Like, the ice bath itself was actually a little bit easier, because it's almost like I was less conscious. It's like I was falling asleep almost. Yeah, losing consciousness in the ice bath. Go into water. Drown. Anyway, that wouldn't be a nice end, would it? Drowning in an ice bath. And you do actually get really dizzy in them, especially if you let yourself hyperventilate. And I wouldn't be surprised if like people die in ice baths if they're like going in it early in the morning alone. That's part of the reason why I've stopped like going in by myself like early in the morning. So it's just like there's always the fear of like just dying, you know, like collapsing and falling in the water, or collapsing, hitting your head and dying, you know. And I really don't want that to happen with shit as people. Fucking I know we've got to commit to this. We've got to commit. But actually, they look my age. They look like they're my age. But, am I gonna fumble by recording in front of them? Fucking hell, no, we're not gonna fumble. We're gonna leave the camera on. We're not gonna fumble it. I'll leave the camera on. We'll see what happens. different way. I won't lie, they look fat anyway. Oh, fucking hell, what am I doing, man? This is going to be so embarrassing if people see this. And my plan was to, if they came this way, to not fumble it, but yeah, they went a different way and I'm not going to fucking chase them. I don't know what I'll do. I'll go so awkward when people see me recording. They didn't even see me recording, but yeah. Anyway, we continue on to what I was going to say. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? I mean, I kind of just did fumble it then, but I'm not going to speak to them, but... Oh, what the fuck was I saying? See, I go to walk with them, there's fucking people around when I'm recording. You know, with the fucking school hat on as well. Oh, shit, man. Yeah, so walking this morning now, yeah. So yeah, the ice bath. Yeah, but I had a really good ice bath, you know. I've only started going in it like before I record. It's part of my like pre-recording ritual. So I did that, and then I went in a warm shower to warm myself up, because if I didn't, and I'll probably just like fucking sit there recording, shivering and everything. And then yeah, I just meditated for a bit, did some gratitude while I was in the shower. While I meditated, I did gratitude while I was in the warm shower, like warming myself up. And then sorry, man, my brain's fucking going. It's just, see, this is why I record first thing in the morning, or else this shit happens. Yeah, so warming myself up, and then I just went down, like carried on, like set up my camera, because I was charging the battery while I was doing in the ice bath and in the shower. And then yeah, I just kind of got to recording after a bit. Like I recorded a thumbnail at the start, which hopefully looks good. Then yeah, just recorded for an hour, no, almost 2 hours even. And at the end I had to do like a screen recording bit, like after I finished recording the main thing in front of the camera. That was so shit, honestly, because like I'm gonna redo that definitely, because I was just like so mentally fatigued, you know. But the rest of the video is pretty good, but I'm gonna have to re-record the screen recording bit. Yeah, man, actually really proud of this video. It's a video on how to make a course in school, because the school merch came in, so I just recorded it. Well, I got the thumbnail with the school hoodie on. I didn't wear it in the video because I felt that was a bit gay. Had the hat in the background though. I really fucking like this hat, man. I really like this hat. It's such good quality. Crazy. Yeah, it was only like 30 quid as well for the hoodie, for the t-shirt and for the hat, and it was like £20 delivery, so it's like 50 quid total. For my opinion, it's a steal. And it's such expensive delivery because it's shipped from LA, which is crazy. But yeah, so shit going good. I haven't got a sale in like a while. I haven't got a sale since my birthday when I got the $500 sale. But you know, shit, basically just how business works. I haven't uploaded much, and I'm gonna get uploading a lot now. I uploaded like uploaded 2 days ago. I'm gonna upload again today if I can get the video processed. But yeah, that's what I was gonna get onto. I'm gonna go home now, probably process the video. And yeah, like shit's just so good when you like live life, you know, because I was planning on like editing the video after I recorded it, but I've realized that when that happens, it's like I end up just like, I thought, wow, it's a pretty decent far. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's a decently far view over that way. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, when I figure like when I edit the video straight after I record it, what ends up happening is just like I spend the whole day on my computer, you know, and I'll end up just watching some bullshit YouTube and stuff, and then the day will be kind of ruined, and I'll come out to the countryside like late in the evening, and then because I feel like I want to save the day, so I'll come out. And what ends up happening is like I go to bed late because I'm out late, and yeah, it's just more fun when I come out during the day, you know. So when I come out here more, like load more, cause it's so fucking freeing being out here. Breathing, you know. I fucking tense up when I record. I tense up when I record in front of people. I'm tensing up now. Yeah, I've got to fucking free myself up, but I'm probably going to stop recording now and just walk back. Yeah, let's get my bag on. Let's start walking now. So let's walk on the outside of the woods, I've decided. Should we walk on the outside of the woods? Where are we going? I don't know, let me put you down while I strap up. That sounds so gay, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna start processing the video. When I say process, I mean like creating the templates and shit. re-recorded that bit I need to re-record. Editing it, like, editing isn't really a big thing. I just cut out all this shit out, and then yeah, just process it, like render it and write out the timestamps, which takes ages. And then I feel like this is probably going to be my longest video ever, other than that like really long Q&A video I did. But then I just kind of waffled for 2 hours with that. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much me for this waffle now. 45 minutes is decent. 45 minutes of yapping is pretty decent, you know. But yeah, we're gonna go home now, and I kind of want to run, you know, but I don't feel I have the strength for it right now. Oh, because I just feel so tired from the work this morning. But yeah, life's going good. Life is going good. It's a beautiful nature, beautiful bluebells. It's just really freeing being out here, you know. Yeah, just gonna make a load of money and fucking live life. Appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you listening to my yapping. See you in episode 3, I guess. Yeah, episode. Yeah, man, see ya.